He pays every bill, but she says it's still not enough. Is she wrong? A lot of people seem to think that she is, including the host on the show.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with?
Now that you've heard the question, let's break down why this expectation is so problematic and whether providing financially is ever enough.
What you mean don't have? Hold on, wait a minute.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
Like, he pays all the bills, he take care of the kids, he step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
Because
It sounds like the ambition don't look like you want it to look.
I want to like be a homeowner one day. I want property. I want, no, he got money. But I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Be careful what you ask for. There are so many women that want a man that has ambition until you find out that ambition and quest for it is bigger than his affinity to you. And that you will come second place to that man's ambition. A woman may look at me and be like, bro, I love his ambition. Until you got to live with me. Until you got to sacrifice for it. So before we get into your question, I just want you to know that you find a man with ambition, you better be prepared to deal with it.
When you have a man that provides everything and you're still complaining, it has the women asking why she seems so unappreciative, and the men are asking, what more do you want from me? What more do you want from us? Yes, this audience member actually did get up and ask, was it worth staying with your man if he pays for everything, but he's just not ambitious? And that leads one to ask, what is ambition by this person's definition? Because you have to have a certain level of accomplishment in order to be able to pay for everything in a household, right? And that comes from ambition. But this woman was determined to demand more. And that had the panel kind of stunned because they didn't really get where she was coming from. It looks and sounds like she has a really solid man, but she's just not satisfied with it.
I'ma just keep it a buck. She has no point because she's talking about how she still wants the man to be ambitious, and we have no proof that the man is not ambitious. You have achieved something. I would argue that you have achieved something extraordinary. But the problem is that he hasn't achieved how she would like him to achieve. And so therefore he hasn't achieved in her small mind. Listen to how this next sister tore into this woefully unappreciative woman. She pulled no punches.
You got a man that's taking care of you. He's taking care of the kids. He's taking care of the house. And you're sitting up here asking, is he even worth me staying with him? You're not going to understand the magnitude of asking a question like that until that man looks at you and asks if it's worth staying with you.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Do you know what it looks like outside? Do you know how many women are taking care of themselves and taking care of their houses and their kids without a man present that wants to be that partner in that season? Ambition is beautiful. Ambition is a beautiful thing, but partnership is amazing. I think that is disgusting how we discard people based on a comparison of what we think love is supposed to look like. This don't even sound like a real train of thought. This sounds like an Instagram topic or debate. Is it worth me staying with my man that's taking care of me, my kids, and my house? When the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
I'm with her. At the end of the day, these are unconscionable levels of selfishness and narcissism. She's not making any complaints about anything else that's going on that might be off. If she were, that's a different story. But if he's conceivably taking care of everything and he's also a good father and a good husband, you just want him to desire more because what?
What more do you want from me?
It's not making sense. And she just kept going. She gave it to her.
No, because I can talk to you. I can talk to you, right? Since we're talking about ambition, right? Let's talk about ambition. No. Wait. I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. But let's talk about ambition. This is what ambition looks like. Ambition looks like this. I'm very ambitious. I done been to 30 cities this year. I got 5 books. But guess what? I got to pay them bills by myself. I got to take care of that kid by myself. I got to take care of that house by myself. So unless you're ready for the aggressiveness that comes with that ambition that you're seeking, then I need you to rephrase what you're asking for.
Let me rephrase it.
Okay, go ahead.
I make my own money. I make
Okay.
more than him.
Ooh.
Right? So I'm not saying I'm some bum that can't take care of my kids, can't take care of the household, nothing like that. He's a good man. But I feel like if he lock in with me, we could be so much greater.
Can I ask
But
one?
he won't lock in with me, and that's the problem.
So you the man of the relationship.
No, I'm not the man in the relationship.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on. Time out.
I submit to him.
This woman is up here talking about how she's submissive somehow while she is actively up here berating and undermining this man that is taking care of her. And her excuse is because, she's just trying to get him to lock in with her. And take a picture, because you may never hear me say this again. I agree with Kendra G. This woman thinks that she's the man in the relationship. You don't set the agenda, little mama, and you could be so much more if he just listened to you. But clearly you guys are already very stable and thriving by way of his leadership. You're too concerned with doing something grandiose as opposed to doing regular things. Women, if you have friends like this, get them the hell from around you, because they will cause you to look sideways at the good and maybe great things that you already have going on in your life and call them regular things. This is nonsense. And the next person up to give her a biblical spanking was Kitty. And Kitty went in. She did not hold back.
Look to your left and right.
I see our potential together.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the thing. I see what we could be. I see our potential together.
got you.
But he cool with where we at right now,
Alright, so-
with some like regular stuff.
It's okay for men to get comfortable, because I really hate this type of conversation. I'm gonna say this because sometimes you'll think you want this entrepreneur, or you'll think you want this man who makes six figures, until he constantly has to go to work, and he has to constantly deal with these new employers, or has to constantly deal with these new clients, or the clients who fall through and don't pay. And you have a life where it's like, I get to show up as a husband, I get to show up as a man to my woman, I get to show up for my kids, I get to show up and actually lead in this home. Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children. Take a moment. Read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8, because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
Man, Kitty brought it all the way home, as she always does. And I love the way that this sister speaks so eloquently. She wants his ambition to look like what she feels his ambition should look like, and that's just not what it is. Now, prior to marriage, you all should be having these conversations. This is not something that should be coming up now. But when you don't properly align yourself prior to marriage, look at the mess. You understand? This makes absolutely no sense. This man is aligned. This man is taking care of home first. That is his priority. His wife and his children are more important than all of these other worldly things. And the scripture that she was quoting is as follows. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Simply put, don't come outside with all of this rhetoric about the Lord and you're not taking care of your own house. That's what I think. Make sure y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Major Gauge Podcast, we lit. All right. Major Gauge Podcast.